Hi everybody, this is Ara, founder at TheSpringTeam.ca. Thank you so much for finding me, whether it was through my Facebook ad or the email database. Hopefully I can add some value to you about this Galleria on the Park project that we're super excited about. So let's just dig right into it. I know you're going to ask about prices and things like that, so we'll get into everything right away. But for now, let's just give you a little bit of an intro on what we're doing here. So DuPont and Dufferin, where the Galleria Mall currently sits today, is where this project is going to be. We can get into specifically where on the map that is later. For now, so here's the project. Left to right is where this is going to start. We have on the left side phase 1 all the way through to phase 8 on the right, and we have that awesome green space, the 8-acre park that's going to be built as part of this amazing community, which I'll explain a little bit more about later on. So master plan communities, here's what brings it all together for me versus single condo buildings within units. So what master plan communities do really well is they kind of integrate public spaces, all the infrastructure, all the retail, all the density, all the transit. They're able to bring it all together much more efficiently than a single building that's trying to get into a neighborhood on its own. You have a lot more control over how that all works. Overall, it makes an amazing investment and an even better place to live, and I'll dig into those numbers as we go through it. So here's the site. You're looking at the top to the bottom here. The top right is where the project starts. That's phase 1. We're looking at about 2,896 units altogether, about 3,000 units altogether. The project is going to start right here with 470 units that we'll be launching and making available to you in the first week of September. We don't know exactly how the pricing is going to work yet. That has yet to be figured out, but the building will average around $1,000 per square foot. There will be some units that are cheaper than that, some units that are more expensive, but overall, $975 to $1,000 per square foot is what we should expect on average here. And that will increase as we go through the phases. So what I love about master plan communities is phase 2 will be more expensive than phase 1, phase 3 more than 2, phase 4 more than 3, and so on. So the early investors in master plan communities tend to really do very well when it comes to return on investment. And if you are an investor and not somebody who's looking for a home for themselves, make sure you email me so I can send you my ROI sheet so you can see exactly how that looks. So the next part of this project is 300,000 square feet of retail. They've already secured a major grocery chain. They've secured a major gym. There'll be lots of restaurants, lots of cafes, lots of things for you to do. Whether you're in phase 1 or phase 8, when you walk right out of your door, you will have access to everything you need. Although this amazing area is accessed by transit very easily, you rarely will have to leave. It will all be there. This 8-acre park is the next step that I'm really excited about. It's going to have a skating rink, a hockey rink, walking paths, dog park, pretty much everything that you need out of a park. If you've ever been to Greenwood Park in the East End, this is actually quite similar. It'll have a figure 8 skating path, so it feels natural, integrated into the environment. It's really cool. And then this is a 95,000 square foot community center. The community center, which is really exciting, and the park. So normally, look at City Place, for example, they built all the condos first and everything else after. With Galleria on the park, the developers Elad and Freed, they've decided they're going to invest in this entire community first, meaning when the first phases, the buildings there that are in yellow, when those things are built, the community center and the park will be built at the same time. So the first occupants of this community are going to have access to all of this stuff right away instead of having to wait for all 8 phases to finish, which is a massive bonus and totally unheard of and one of the most exciting parts of this whole project. So if you're not familiar with the area, I'm sure you can Google it and find out a bunch of interesting things. There are lots of restaurants, lots of parks, and lots of things to do in the area, and that will all change as Galleria will bring in a ton more retail and add to this mix. Transit, like I said, very easy access to Dufferin Station, the Up Express, the Bloor Line. It's all there at your doorstep. But this is the most important part. Whether you're an investor or buying a home for yourself, a home is still considered a bit of an investment for you as well. So master plan communities on average have outperformed single condo buildings. For example, Emerald City at Don Mills and Shepherd, which is one that Elad actually is the developer on, has outperformed by over 20% similar condos in single not master plan community buildings. We move on to City Place, a massive, almost a 60% gain in this master plan community versus other single unit buildings not part of that community in the same area, and Bayside with the same story. So overall, over time, master plan communities have outperformed single unit condos over and over and over again, and there's no reason why Galleria won't be the same. So if you don't know anything about the project, the architects, Hariri, Pontarini Architects, and Core have come together to really knock it out of the park. The design is going to be phenomenal, not just of the buildings, but of the environment as well. The designer's U31, the insides of the buildings are going to be stunning. You've probably been into a building that they've done, or maybe you've already bought into a building that they've done, but they are world class. And Elad Canada and Freed, like, what can I say? These are two of the strongest developers in the entire country, let alone, you know, global, with a global presence. Elad Canada with billions of dollars under their belt, and Freed literally are one of the pioneers of the King West area, transforming that area, making it the cool hotspot that it is today, along with Brad Lamb. So I've never been more confident in the developers behind a project, especially since the site is already approved and ready to go. There's literally no reason for any delays here, unlike many other projects, which you probably already know. So there's some projects that Elad has done, some projects that Freed has done, but that's it for now, guys. So any questions, just email me or call me. The number is below. I'll get you floor plans and prices in about a week and a half, 2 weeks now. We'll be the first to get them, so stick around. And that's it for now. Take care. Bye-bye.